Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Life Pieces by Millie Marion. Thank you so much for joining us. Stay blessed. How many times do we go to God and ask Him to change us? Not the other person, not your boss, not your child, not your parent, not anyone that you've had confrontations with or you're not able to agree. How many times do we ask God that, Lord, it takes two to tangle and probably I'm the problem. Change me to be a perfect, or we can't be perfect, but to be as near as perfect as possible, to be righteous, that I may be able to react positively to the circumstances around me. Story. So there's a story which has been shared across, multiple platforms, and you might even know about it. It's for the guy who was an alcoholic. So father was an alcoholic. He had two sons. One turned out to be an alcoholic. The other one turned out to be a successful businessman. Both of them, when asked, why did you become the person you are today? And they'll be like, yeah, because my father was an alcoholic. So for the one who turned out to be a successful businessman, he was like, no, I can't live the way my father lived. I had to change. I had to be conscious about the decisions I am making so that I don't end up like my father. And the other son, who was an alcoholic and a drunkard, would be like, my father was a drunkard, so why should I be any different? It's okay. So there are situations that you might be in right now, and you want to behave like the drunkard. You're like, okay, so and so went through this, my mother went through this, my uncle, it's in our family. You are right now, you are obese, if I may use that example. But for you, yeah, my mom is big, my dad is big, even my grandmother, even the grandmother before that, all my ancestors, for us it runs in the blood. No, it is time for you to take action and change. God did not call us to just, fit into the world. He called us out, apart. He says we are in this world, but we are not of this world. Romans chapter 12, verse 2, it says, do not conform any longer to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. We're living in an era where people are saying, you know what, do you, the world will adjust. No, you are a child of God. You are called to know His good, His pleasing, and His perfect will over your life. Whichever circumstance that you're in right now, it doesn't matter for how long you have been in those bondages, it is time to wake up and be conscious about the decisions that you're making. And every day you wake up and you tell God, God, I want you to work on me. Change my attitude, change my perception, change my mindset. Change my way of thinking, align it to your good, to your pleasing, to your perfect will. Only then can we be transformed out of this world, out of the patterns of this world. So whatever issue that you're going through today, I want to encourage you that God did not bring you here to suffer. He did not bring you here to just flow with the wind. YOLO, you only live once. No, remember, you equally die once. What will be said of you? When you've gone back to the dust, what happens? You have an opportunity to change yourself. You have an opportunity to change your lifestyle. You have an opportunity to change everything around you, even the perceptions that people have about you. You are the one to set the bar. Remember, we're still on season 2, relying on God's promises. And if God has promised to transform our minds, how about He says, try, test and see that the Lord is good. Until next time, I'm your host, Mildred. Keep learning, keep growing, and comment down below on what you will want us to talk about next. Adios.